Welcome back. This video is directed towards BitFenix, and I just want to have this video to show them some possible revisions they can make on the BitFenix Ronin. These points that I'm going to put out would be really nice if they're actually applied to the case. I see you guys are, BitFenix are going in the right direction with a lot of things. You guys are getting better, and I applaud you for that. I saw the new Aegis case that was launched, and it's very impressive. But hopefully you guys actually see this video, and anyone else watching this video, if you want to share this with BitFenix, absolutely be my guest. That'll help, hopefully. BitFenix, if you're watching this, like I said, please consider some of these points. I'm actually remaking this video because the last video I did, the audio was crap. Anyway, so here, my first picture, we have the front of the case. Here are two of the 140mm Spectre fans. One's the Pro, and the other one's a PWM. Basically, in the front of the case, you don't have screw holes for 140mm fans, but you could put them there, so it would fit behind the part, behind the this part of the case is where you actually kind of put the fans kind of in. There's like a groove where a case, the fans go into the case, kind of. If you make it just the part where they go in a little bit wider, I don't think it will actually interfere with any of the parts of the case that are on there. If it does, just make the case just a bit wider. And in this top part right here, I kind of found this interesting. You can actually, if you have all three spots open, you can actually fit one of these fans, these 140mm fans, perfectly, just standing up, up in the top right here. There's no parts where you actually screw it on or into the case or anything. It just sits there and it fits. It stands decently well. It's just not secure. It just kind of wedges in there, and it works like pretty well, which gets a lot of really nice airflow going just across the top of the case, which is awesome. Especially if you have an air cooler on your CPU. I have a liquid cooler. I'll get to that. So yeah, if you guys. If BitFenix, you guys made the part where you put the fans in just a bit wider, that would be sweet. It's so close to fitting in there that it's not even funny. Like if you guys made the hole just a bit, like the spot just a bit wider. If it does, if that would interfere with the any of these other spots right here on the side. You could just make the whole case just like 3/4 inch to an inch wider, and wow, like you'd have some nice airflow right there in the front. I saw the Aegis case has, you can put a bunch of 140s. Like you put two 140s in the front, I believe, maybe 3 120s. I'm not sure. I have to look at that again. Also, make the case taller so you can actually put them there, because obviously the top right here would get cut off right by that. You can get rid of the bottom drive bay. I'm okay with that if you don't want to make the entire case taller, but there are some more reasons why to do that. Why you can do that. But yeah, I haven't used all three of the drive bays. I mean, I have a LED thing in here, and I plan on getting a Blu-ray drive and for movies and stuff, obviously. But I don't have any reason to have three of them. I don't know why I would use three. So moving on. In this picture, we have the bottom of the inside of the case, obviously, and the point of interest here is this blurry area. Anyway, this is a 140mm fan. This bottom spot is rated for a 120mm, but this is a 140mm fan, and it does fit. There's just no screw holes. It just barely fits, though. I have to kind of wedge it, like kind of jimmy rig it in there, and just kind of snaps into place once you get it down far enough. So it will fit if you have the screw holes, and you know, stuff, but, you know, let me see. So just if you had screw holes and make this area just a little bit more roomy right here, that would be nice. Up here on top, we have the, my radiator is the Corsair H110. That is a 280 millimeter radiator, and this spot up here is only rated for a 240 millimeter radiator. It does fit if you do a couple things, which I'll get to. There isn't the proper screw holes for this 280 millimeter radiator, but you could put screw holes there. There is, you could put them there, and it would work. There is another issue that I'll get to in a minute. Underneath here, if you made the clearance up here just a little bit more, like I think it's like a centimeter to like a centimeter and a half would be perfect. Probably not even that much. I don't know. I don't think. But yeah, you could actually get a full, push-pull config up on top, and you have the right clearance. Shouldn't be too much to add. Right here, this is one of the things that I'm really interested if you guys could do is like I'm not asking for the entire case to have screws instead of rivets, but at least the drive cage. If you guys can make it so you could actually remove at least just the drive cage, that would be sweet. Because if I'm not even going to use the drive cage at all, some people might not, then I want to be able to like completely remove this part, or at least have the capability to do so. And I believe a lot of people, other people would agree. That way you can get maybe some really nice radiator clearance or something, that would be nice. In the front here, this entire front looks really good, but the airflow right here is a bit constricted. If you guys add like a millimeter or so to a millimeter or two to the width of these holes, that'll be very nice, because there's not too much airflow going through the front. Because of the size of those holes, and when you do have a decent amount of airflow going through those holes, it tends to be kind of noisy, because when you have more airflow going through smaller holes, it makes it makes noise. So if you make those holes bigger, you might decrease the noise, which would be nice, and it would help the airflow. Up here on top, this is what I was getting into earlier. Okay, so I have this 280 millimeter radiator. This part on the end of the radiator actually blocks this hole right here where the tab up here went before. In order to fix this, because before I actually had the radiator kind of turned a bit, and it just wasn't secured properly. It was like being held there with like one screw, so that wasn't right. So in order to deal with this, I literally just broke off this tab, and it fits perfectly, and I have a picture to show that. But yeah, I just put down the, I can put down put the screws in here now, and no problem. So if anyone's wondering if you can put a 280 millimeter radiator, in this case specifically the H110, you can make it work if you do a couple things, and this is one of them. It's fine if you break off this tab. It doesn't actually have to be there, but if you just don't want to do this, I guess you're gonna have some issues. But this case, the top part does go down, and it sits there perfectly. So that's not really an issue if you don't have a problem doing that. Like right here, see what I mean? The radiator is in there, it's secure, and the top is down, and it's not being pushed up like it was before. Okay, here we have the top of the drive cage area. I would like to be able to completely remove the bottom drive cage, which you can do. But I want to be able to just hang the top drive cage from there without having the bottom in there. And without having the bottom one there, it's not gonna work. So if you could have it more on a rail rather than like a guiding kind of rail where it can actually hang, that would be nice. So yeah. Here we got the back. There's a couple things I want to talk about. I believe. Okay, first, if you guys could have like some more, I tie down points. That'd be nice. At least have one in the very corner, or like maybe two kind of off the corner, or three even would be even better. Like one right here, and like over here somewhere. That'd be nice. Because I have to like run some of these cords over here. But yeah, another thing is an SSD bracket right here would be nice. And there's another one I want to talk about that I'll get to. Here's the back panel, obviously. If you guys could get like a bit of a groove right here instead of being just plain flat, that would help out with the cable management a lot, which would in turn help with another thing. These are the tabs that that holds the back panel on, and they tend to get bent inward when they're straight out a lot, which you'll see right here. There's like some scrapes, and that's not good. It'll make it really hard to actually get the case on properly, especially when you're running out of a cable management room, like this big cable right here, and that it makes it kind of difficult sometimes unless you tie it down really well. Let's see. So yeah, if you guys could like have these angled outward a bit and have the back panel kind of have a little bit of a groove, so you can have a bit more cable management room, that'd be nice. Here we have this spot on the back. If you could put like a bracket right here or something to put an SSD, that would be sweet. Because yeah, that would just be sweet. It'd be sweet. Okay, so right here is the bottom of the case where I was talking about, where you could put a 140mm fan. You could just drill holes into it, and you could be able to put a screw. If you had these kind of screw holes with like the how it's kind of curved in like that, it's like out, in those spots. I don't know why these little screw holes or like these little holes were there in the first place. Like I don't see the point of those. It just seems off. Here's where the bottom of the drive cage is, but like right in the middle of that, you could put a 140mm fan here. You don't even need screw holes, but it'd be nice to have it secure just for the sake of saying it can fit, because you can put a 140mm fan there. So, and here is a big problem for me on this case. I have a huge scrape on it, as you can see, and as of the time I'm making this video, you can't you cannot replace this window, and I have no way to get a new panel here. The plastic is very soft. You can scrape it easily. It's not tempered glass. It's plexiglass, soft plexiglass or something. And this is a big problem for me because I have a really nice looking build with a GTX 980 classified, Corsair H110, Gigabyte 990 FX883, and a Supernova 750 G2 power supply with like RGB LED lit. It looks very nice on the inside, but with this scrape here, it's very distracting. So if you guys had like a way I could replace this, that would be sweet, and or at least better windows so it didn't happen in the first place. But I'd be willing to spend like 20 bucks or so, give or take $5-10 bucks to replace this window. A lot of times I've been thinking about just getting another case entirely because of this and some of the other features I mentioned on this case already. Right now I'm looking at the Fantex M3 Pro, or even the Lux, and those cases are really, really nice cases, but I love the look of this Ronin. If you guys had a full tower version of the Ronin, that would be absolutely sick. Like I said, I love the look of the Ronin. It's the actual ideal look for me for a case. I can't imagine, like it's just too good of a look. I know, or because it just, I don't know. It fits for me. It's subjective, I know, but I love the look. But if you guys actually take into consideration what I've been saying about this case, that'd be very nice. So let's see. Make 140mm spots in the front, 140 on the bottom, more clearance up top for a full push-pull configuration, and support for the 280mm radiator with screw holes and wider case in general and taller case. So you can make more clearance for the 140mm fans. Screws instead of rivets on the drive cage. Slightly bigger holes on the front. Like I said, 280mm rad compatibility. Top drive cage or drive thing, hard drive, thing so you can hang it there. Tie down point, SSD brackets. More room in the back with the grooves. Angle these tabs out so it doesn't get caught and bent inward. SSD bracket, 140mm screw holes, and replaceable windows or better windows, and that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching. Again, if you guys watching want to send this to BitFenix or share it, please do so. If you guys agree or disagree, if you guys have any more things you would like to add, if you have the case, please say so down in the comments wherever this video may be posted. I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel first. So if it's on YouTube, if you guys are on YouTube or anything that has comments, just post down below what you think. So yeah, and BitFenix, please take into consideration what I said, and thank you a bunch for watching, and have a very nice day.